Hi, it's Miss Jasmine again. It's been a while since I made a video. This time I just want to go into an update about myself. As of December, I've been on hormones for 7 months now. Um, Within those 7 months, I have seen a change in physical parts of my body. Certain things have grown, certain things have stopped. Um, as in breasts have grown, body hair has lessened. I still have to shave the facial hair because that's not going to stop through hormones. That will be something I have to do within next year of 2021 is to go through what's called laser hair removal for the face. But as far as body is concerned, my body hair has lessened. Um, the breasts have grown, and I've gained weight because of the hormones. That is all side effects to the hormones. My hair has grown beautifully, but that isn't just due to hormones. That is due to prenatals that I've been on for 6 months now. I've been on prenatals for 6 months. I've been on hormones for seven. I'm also taking biotin pills and etc. to help through the transition. Hopefully, by January or February of 2021, my name should legally be changed to Miss Jasmine. We are really banking on that. Um, the things that go into that is a court date. You have to set a court date for that. Then you have to go appear in front of a judge to get the name change. Um, I don't think I've ever went into detail why I chose that name. So Jasmine reflects back to the Jordan name. My biological name is Jordan. So I kept with in Jasmine it's J A, and in Jordan it was J A. J A has always represented me in some type of fashion. Somewhere along the line, J A just somehow fits me, and I was able to keep it. Jasmine to me, as a name, why I chose that, it's just the significance about being jazzy and being so rambunctious and stuff like that. It's just where I chose Jasmine because it's just a great fit for me. And I have in the last months battled what my middle name would be, but it's going to be Lynne, Miss Lynn. So it's Jasmine Lynn, and I just think that's a good fit. I was going to make it Sue, like my mom Linda Sue, but I'm my own individual, so I am Jasmine Lynn, and it just fits perfectly. Um, I look like a jasmine. I act like a jasmine. I don't know what a jasmine's supposed to act like, but I do act like a jasmine. Um, as I'm known to many of y'all as Jazzy, um, the mean one, all kinds of nicknames I've gotten throughout the years, but I'm owning my transition this year, and I just feel so pretty. I feel absolutely pretty now. The last time I did a video, a lot has happened since that video. Um, Family members have died in front of me, and I've had to watch it. 2020 has not been the best year, but it's been the best year that Jesus was able to give me, starting hormones, moving forward with my body, moving forward onto certain aspects in life. I know 2021 is going to be better. In 2021, we're looking into, with me, myself, I'm looking into breast augmentation. Um, and then I keep getting asked about bottom surgery. We're not going to discuss that right now. That is not a priority for me. I'm not worried about anything bottom surgery wise. Um, the person I'm with accepts it whether I choose it or not. That's great. Is you got to get it with a partner who accepts that, loves you for no matter what. It is what it is. The question is, can I ever afford bottom surgery? That's where that is going to lie. But my first tasks of 2021 are to do the name change and look into breast augmentation and also looking into laser hair removal. Um, with the breast augmentation, there is ways to do it, and I am ready to get that started. I've already been seen by a physician on how much they're going to cost and all that stuff, so I have a little bit of kind of what it's going to be and all that stuff. Um, and I have the size and everything chose out, so um, that was one thing I did in 2020 was get with someone who did breast augmentations, and I got an estimate. That's basically what I was trying to say, was an estimate on how much they would cost me. Um, it's doable, but not doable. I think before I go through breast augmentation surgery, I will go through laser hair removal. With the insurance I'm on now, it's not really necessarily covered through the insurance for hair removal. So it will be where I have to get some better paying position and etc. throughout the next year. And hopefully going on to pursue my dream of becoming a funeral director and an embalmer. Something I've been wanting to do since I was 6 years old. It's time to finally live out my dream. My passion is definitely there for the business. With losing my mother and grandmother within these years, it's been difficult. But I think with the strength of that, I can provide excellent services to a family who is grieving for a mom and a grandma because of my experience of losing mine and the experience of losing my papa throughout the years and the experience of losing my father. So having both parents gone and both grandparents gone, I think with that as a factor in, I think that I could be strong for someone else's family. And if I can give you back your mom like you knew her, not the way you knew her as sick or anything like that. If I can give your mom back to you like you knew her, that will be so rewarding. That is always why I've always wanted to do the business of funeral services. Not to do the work, it's to be able to help a family get through the grief of it. It's dealing with grief on a daily basis is going to be sad, but it's a business. And someone has to do it. And I've been wanting to do it since I've been 6 years of age. I played a little funeral director when I was younger. I remember that throughout the years is that you look back on things, and I look back in my past childhood, in the childhood, and I do remember me making funeral flags and doing things that represented funeral services. Um, Growing up, I did little chapels and things like that throughout the years that just made it exciting. Um, so I think it took the death of my grandpa in 2005 to really push it. But I also remember an uncle's funeral where it was just so pronounced to me that that's what I wanted to do. And I'm not going to be told I can't because my passion for this business and for the passion for families is going to make me one day an amazing funeral director and an amazing embalmer. I have chosen that field. It's just entering in it, getting with the right funeral home, getting into the right college to start my degree. It's a 4-year degree in Ohio. If I choose not to go to Ohio, then it would be the Cincinnati College of Mortuary Science right here in Cincinnati, my current home, or it could be in Wheeling, Illinois, in the outskirts of Chicago, Illinois. Um, if I went to Wheeling, as in Worcester Mortuary College, that would be a 2.5-year degree, which I think is now equaled into 4 as well. It's 2 years of general college, and then it goes into 19 months of mortuary college. So that is a 4-year degree, and then it's 2 years of apprenticeship at a funeral home, And then in the end, it is a funeral practitioner's license that I would carry as a funeral director and embalmer. Um, and with my knowledge alone right there on that tells you that my passion for this business has been there. If you know me at a personal level, you know my passion for the industry. You know how I talk about it. You know how it is something that is consuming of my everyday life. Because I wouldn't look as a funeral home job or a funeral director job as a job. It's a lifestyle. It's the way of living. It's my life. It's not a job. It's the way of life. But by the time I enter the business, it will be different. Funeral service changes every day. Um, there's not even such thing as a cremation like it used to be. There's such thing as water cremation now. The industry has evolved so much in the last years that there isn't such thing as just heat cremation. It's water cremation and anything like that. You can do anything with cremains. Um, it's just a very, very, very interesting and awesome field to be considered in. And it's just my passion for it has been there for a long time. It may have died every now and then, but I think in my heart I would make a great funeral director. I think in my heart I would make a great embalmer. Not something that I prefer to do in the field itself. My preferred thing was to deal with the families and get them through their grief. In a 2020 world, I don't know how strong I would want to be a funeral director in this year because of not being able to touch the families and being able to deal with families that we have to deal with them in a 6 feet radius and not be able to go up and hug a family when you want to hug a family because I'm a hugger. I'm not a handshaker, I'm a hugger. I was raised that way. You don't shake someone's hand, you give someone a hug. I've always been a hugger. That's where my love and compassion comes from, is just my loving to take someone who is grieving and just swoop under them. And that is a very compassionate person. This field is not made for anybody. It takes a special human being to realize that they can do it and have strength to do it. This video is not to promote myself or anything like that, but if there is any local funeral directors out there that are looking for a staff member for the staff, I will look into options. But once again, everybody, I just wanted to give you an update this December. I know that the holidays are coming up. And this time last year, I had to rush home to Columbus, Ohio. So this year will be a little strange for me, as I'm still grieving my mom. It's not been something that's been very simple. She was sick for the longest of time, so I'm glad that she is now at peace and that my grandmother has now joined her. And they're both watching over me as guardian angels. I'm very proud of that statement, that they are now watching over me, that they are both kicking me in the hind when I need it. And we know they are. Especially my mom. My mom's up there just kicking me in the hind. It's something she always did. So I can just hear her now. Jasmine Lynn, what are you doing, honey? She did that all the time. My mom was a special human being. So, and if you got to know her on a very personal level, she was a very special human being. She had the laughter that just would make you laugh. And she was a wonderful woman. So, on aspects, if you got to know her on a personal level, that's how she was. And she was just, I've heard so many stories about how she's just was the life of the ball. And she had a personality that just, And I plan to carry that legacy on just like her. I look just like her, so I do plan to carry that legacy on in her memory, is to continue being the best version of me I could be. And that's being Jasmine and not hiding it. I am not embarrassed to be trans. I'm not ashamed of being trans. I am who I am. Whether you learn to love it or you don't like me. This world doesn't like each other, so that's how it goes. But I love myself and am very proud of the journey I've been on. And I say journey as it is going to continue to be a journey. Some of the stuff in this trans journey will be very painful. Um, I've heard through other trans women that the bottom surgery can be some of the most painful surgery you could go through. Um, but in my opinion, the pain is worth it because no pain, no gain. I'm serious. It's true that you have to have pain to get where you're going. In any situation, relationships or anything, there is pain in everything that we do. So, um, that right now, I'm not gonna make another video for quite a while, but as of right now, like I said, I'm on 7 months of hormones. I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm trying to keep myself positive as of late. So, um, that's kind of all I have for now. And thank y'all and love y'all and take care.